Airship Assault is a team-based tactical shooter that primarily focuses on, well, airships. There are two teams, Vauhgray and Grenland, each holding up to 32 players for a total of 64 players in a single lobby. Your objective is to attack and sink the enemy airship while also defending your own airship. There are a few things you might want to know before you get started, so I hope you enjoy how to play Airship Assault for Dummies. There are 3 different classes that you can play in Airship Assault. These include the Crewman, the Raider, and the Pilot. Each class has levels that unlocks various weapons and tools for you to buy. Each time you level up, you earn bonds according to your level. For example, if you reach level 30, you obtain 30 bonds. Bonds serve as the currency for you to buy items in the armory. Crewmen function as the shield of the ship. Your objective as a crewman is to defend the ship from being destroyed by raiders. Your class includes LMGs, rifles, and a repair wrench. The repair wrench, as the name suggests, allows you to repair various ship emplacements like walls, engines, boilers, pillars, or even turrets. It also allows you to defuse enemy bombs planted on your ship's weak spots. Raiders serve as the spearhead of your team. Their arsenal is much bigger than the crewmen's. They are given access to rifles, shotguns, SMGs, ordnances, and gliders. Their wide kit allows for a lot of wiggle room in gameplay. For example, the glider allows you to easily cover large distances to make it to the enemy airship. The raiders can do a lot to help their team. Their main objective is to board the enemy airship and destroy their components. There are different places you can attack as a raider, which I will cover later in the video. Pilot is the hardest to master out of the 3. You're given access to various planes, which can be upgraded with different explosives and ammo types. These armaments can be used to target the enemy airship's engines, walls, or even their crew. You are also able to dogfight enemy planes, making sure that they don't attack your ship or your crew members. Most planes have a second or third seat. Raiders and crewmen alike can spawn in them and support your rear with a machine gun mounted on the back. Most of the time, raiders will spawn on your plane to board the enemy airship faster. Do your best to give them a good spot to glide from. One last thing to note as pilot, you can land on your airship's runway to repair your aircraft and restock on ammo. I didn't know about this feature until way later in the game, and it's really helpful if you want to stay alive for long periods of time. There are 3 ways to sink an enemy's airship. The most common way to destroy your enemy's airship is by attacking their boiler room. The boiler room can be found right in front of the main spawn of the airship. Each airship has 3 boilers, the center boiler and 2 side boilers. The center boiler produces resources for the ship so that the crew can repair damages. The side boilers don't do anything special like producing resources, but if you destroy both of them, the airship will be destroyed immediately. If you are playing Raider, the fastest way to destroy a boiler is by planting dynamite next to it. After 2 dynamites successfully explode next to a boiler, the boiler will be fully destroyed. See this control panel? This can be used to lock down the door to the boiler room from spawn. If you're attacking your enemy's boiler room, this will be a key element to getting the upper hand and destroying the airship. If you're defending, you want to prevent your enemies from locking down the room. If you don't, you'll have to walk all the way around the airship to get back in. If your enemies hunker down in their boiler room, another way to attack them is by destroying these 6 pillars on the main deck of the airship. If you destroy all of these, the airship will instantly be destroyed. The fastest way to destroy these is by using hull breakers. Keep in mind, this might take more coordination with your team, as it takes way more damage to take these out compared to the boilers. You might see this dial in the boiler room. This number equates to your airship's stability. Yeah, your airship has stability. If your airship's walls, pillars, and boilers get destroyed, it will subtract a certain amount from your stability. When the dial reaches 0, the airship will instantly go down. This is an extremely helpful method to sink your enemy's airship if you're having trouble taking their boiler or their pillars. Solid defense is just as important as a strong offense. There are a few things you want to do when defending to make sure that you don't let your opponent get the upper hand. Remember your boiler room? Make sure to always keep a close eye on it. There are often times when the boiler room gets left unattended, and enemies can easily lock you out. Make sure that no enemies get in there and lock that door, as a coordinated attack can easily take out one of your boilers. In some cases, it can lead to your entire airship being destroyed in just a single door lock. In the case that your boiler does get hacked, you will have to go around the ship's storage compartment to access your boiler again. Once you clear out all the enemies, you can end the hack. Be sure to always repair your ship. There are plenty of things to repair. If you equip your repair wrench, anything that has taken damage and can be repaired will be highlighted in colors, ranging from green to red, depending on the level of damage. If an emplacement receives enough damage without being repaired, you can lose it for the rest of the game. Make sure to always be on the lookout for things to fix. An important thing to note is that your ship has a limited amount of resources. You can't just repair everything indefinitely. You can see how many resources you have by holding out your repair wrench and looking at the bottom right of your screen. If you are running low on resources, ask your captain for a repair boost. The best way to disable an enemy airship is to attack them with your cannons. Cannons are extremely underused in Airship Assault, despite the fact that they have the power to turn your enemies into Swiss cheese. If you have an entire team of people using your cannons on the enemy ship, you can win the game in just a few minutes. Try to prioritize disabling the enemy's cannons first. Once they can't fight back, shoot at their walls so they break open. A coordinated attack like this can leave your enemies weak and defenseless, leading to an easy victory. Don't forget to defend your engines. Your airship has 6 engines, and they can be accessed from the runway. They are often targeted by raiders and pilots, so do your best to keep these in tip-top condition. If you lose an engine, you will lose a portion of your airship speed. Once you lose all your engines, you will be completely immobilized and easy pickings for your enemies. Remember that Airship Assault is a game that heavily relies on teamwork. If you communicate with your team, it will be easier for everyone to stay on the same page. Teams that don't communicate or help each other are often the easiest to defeat. Coordination is one of the most important things in this game, so remember that. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you found this guide helpful and easy to understand. If you'd like to stay up to date with Airship Assault, I suggest joining our Discord server. I'll leave it linked in the description. There are plenty of things I didn't cover in this video. I plan on making more in-depth Airship Assault guides regarding game modes and classes in the near future, so I hope you stick around for those. If you have any feedback, please leave it down in the comments. But aside from that, have a wonderful day.